So I really want to trade gold, but on a futures contract. So how is that possible? Well, let's take a look and see if that's even an option. So let's go ahead and load up our charting platform. And I'm going to go and create a new chart. And I'm going to just type in gold next to instrument. After that, I'm going to select future because I want to look for futures contracts. And right here we see there's several options to look for gold contracts. And this is one here that's a very common one that we utilize in the futures market. And the ticker symbol is GC. So I will double click this and we will see this is on an April 2024 contract. And I will load this to a 5-minute chart. So once I load this to the chart, I'll expand this out. And the first thing I'm going to notice is, wait a second, this is not moving in pennies. It's moving in 10-cent increments on this price line. So what does that mean? Well, that is going to be called a tick. Inside of gold futures, it doesn't move in pennies. It moves in 10-cent increments. So each one of those 10-cent movements is the smallest increment this contract will move at. Well, how do we figure out what that means, and also as well how much that actual would be to us in terms of cost? Well, what we like to do is go to primary source. And what I like to do is go to my broker. And what I will do is go to ninjatrader.com, and where it says pricing, I'll click pricing, scroll down to view margins by market. And once I load this up, I'm going to type in gold, where it says enter contract to search. Type search. And when I get here, I will see, hey, there's that ticker symbol, GC. It's a gold, and it's on the COMEX exchange. This is a metal. Here's how much margin is required for day trading hours. And then here's how much margin is required if I'd like to hold a contract multiple trading sessions. So if I'd like to get those details, I'm going to click the description here. And when I look, I can see that there's some details on here I need to know. What are the months that I'm able to trade this? So we got G, J, K, M, N, Q, V, Z. So let's click that question mark. And we can see under here, there's several different contracts we can look to trade. It's not going to be every single one. And so right now, we're looking at that April contract, and that's our symbol right here, that J. And we can see that it's listed right there. So if we're looking to trade certain symbols, then it might not be pulling up, maybe certain months. We got to make sure that it's going to be an available month that we can look for a gold futures contract. And we can pull that up right here by the available months and then lining it up with what we see here on this question mark behind us. Each one of the movements is going to be valued at 10 cents. So on the contract, when it moves up or down 10 cents, that equals 1 tick. But every time it moves 1 tick, that means that's a $10 movement to an account. So if it goes up 5 ticks on the chart, 50 cents on the chart, that's going to be equal to $50 because each time it moves in ticks, it's going to be valued at this number right here. This is the time that one could look for trades on the gold futures contract, and these are in Central Time. Here's going to be the fees associated with a contract in the gold futures. And keep in mind that's each way. Inside of futures, you're going to have an enter trade as well as an exit trade. So if you want to get a full idea of how much the fees will cost, take this number here, add it up, and multiply it by 2, and that'll give you your round trip fees for one contract for gold. Here's your margin rate for day trading hours, as well as your rate of margin required to hold a trade multiple trading sessions. Let's say you review everything and this looks great, but you can't afford it. Well, let's go ahead and type in gold again. And let's see if there's another way we can trade the gold futures. And right here we see E micro gold, ticker symbol MGC, micro gold contract. So let's click that. And we can see it doesn't have as many months we can look for opportunities with. But right now we see that it's on J, which is the April contract. So we're going to be looking at that potential. Each tick is still going to be moving in 10-cent increments. But instead of being valued at $10 a tick, it's valued at $1 a tick. Here is going to be the hours that one could look to trade. Here's going to be the fees associated with one contract. Keep in mind that's each way for one contract of the micro gold futures. And then here's the amount of margin required for day trading hours, as well as if you would like to hold a contract to the next trading session. So let's say that's a little better for us. We like how this looks, and we'd like to maybe look for some trades on the micro gold contract futures. So what we can do is go back to our platform, and up on the top here, we can type in MGC. And then when we see it, we want to confirm E micro gold futures. We double click, and this is on the April 2024 contract. Here's our tick movement. And as we see, it's moving in the 10-cent increments. And every time it moves, that's going to equal $1, not $10.